Try for the faster boxes. Oops, swung. It's okay. That was not too bad. I wish the button to clear prompt wasn't the same button to do an attack. Obviously a little slow, but that's just gonna always be the case, I think. Oh yeah, and yeah, I guess my dungeon passages are gonna be pretty consistently a little faster now since I'm not picking up the extra gold here anymore. So I'm happy about that. Oops. I meant to jump forward. Okay, I don't want any more XP if possible, and then we'll be set for playtime. Unfortunately, traps. Okay, we got it.
Death has appeared. Red Elf needs food badly.
Goodness. Oh, you know what? Let's not even pick that up because it's not fire trap going. It's an armor upgrade. I don't really want it. I'll get a better one at Standing Stones. I guess you don't really death warp between now and then anyways, but so I guess there's no point not picking it up. Right. Is there any death warps before Standing Stones? I guess sometimes you have to die to Groot when you run out of mana, so... Oh, what am I doing? This isn't... It's treating it like level 1. I'll slow time back. Hey, that's fine. If I can stay on par for the first 3 levels, I'll almost always save time on the 4th and 5th levels because of me forgetting to buy Continental Assault after Plague Town, then my pacing will be really good. Because it was the middle and end like portions that went really poorly for me in the 55.
Death has appeared.
Gold. Missed it. I don't know if shooting the archers in the distance count towards the like enemy count for this. Oh, and I forgot the gold again. I have to get that later. I left a movie running downstairs. It's Lord of the Rings, and I can hear it playing still. It's a little annoying because it's a VHS, so I'm going to have to rewind it a lot further now. But maybe my cat's enjoying it, so... part of the run, waiting for a really long Scarecrow cutscene to finish. Alright, so, things to keep in mind. I need to make sure to buy my ability after Playtown. Oh, I'm a little slow here. I'm a little behind. Oop, I missed the key twice, 3 times, okay. Usually I'm lined up to hold up left and pick the key up. Okay, I'm gonna be a few seconds behind after Playtown. I think that's probably okay. I probably just didn't kill enemies fast enough in the middle section. Oh, I need that gold. Oh, it's gonna take time. I'm pretty far behind here. Yeah, well, okay, 4 seconds. A little dramatic to say that's far. Whoops. Okay, it still killed it in 2 attacks, I guess. I didn't mean to slam, though. I did a bit of a hit there, that's okay. Okay, let's not. Mess that up. There we go. Beautiful. So yeah, throughout these levels, pretty much all the time save that I'm seeing is just largely emblematic of the time that gets saved from using Continental Assault, since the PB I'm running against forgot to buy it. It's very kind of interesting to see. I'm a little iffy on this shipbuilder, though. I took a lot of hits. Pretty good. Saved 9.6 seconds over PB. And got a gold. Oh.
Death has appeared.
Pretty good. So I just need to remember to buy my ability at the end of this level as well. That's what I'm forgetting. So I forgot last time. So goodness, I got burst. I should have bursted earlier, but that's fine. I am taking a really uncomfortable amount of hits. feel like I'm a little extra locked in right now because I really don't want to forget to reload. Go for the middle chest if I can. Okay, slow down a little, make sure I get Falcon Pack properly, but we're up 13, which I love to see. I swear these spawners, these two spawners have like more health than the two before them, especially the one on the left. I've never killed them as fast as the first two. I just don't. I'm pretty convinced already that different generators have different amounts of health. Not just the different styles. Like, I do think these stone ones on average tend to be a little weaker. It does matter if you hit enemies or not, yeah. But it's also like, sometimes I won't have more than like an enemy or two behind me, and I'm just doing like, it just feels like I'm doing no damage to the thing. But I also think angle matters. It's one of the things I've never really been able to completely nail down, but Pote talks about it in his run. About how he feels like there's sort of a magic angle to it. If you get it right, you can do a lot more damage. I've tried a lot of different things, but Falcon Pact helps though, because Falcon Pact knocks enemies away. So like, if I do a Falcon Pact, I slam some people away, and I feel like I can get more of my Continental Assault to hit just the generator. Okay. We'll see. Oh, yep. See these guys. Oh, hold on. Wish there was something to do about that. See, that one died in one little combo. Yeah, I do think, like, oftentimes for mana management, it's good to do, like, at least one Falcon Pact before Continental Assaulting. Because sometimes just those two things together will destroy it, so you only have to use one, save a lot of mana, spread it out more evenly. Or vice versa, Continental Assault, then Falcon Pact or something. But yeah, like that third... I mean, I could have had some stray Continental Assault arrows hit that last one, and that's why it died in one hit. But I know that there's some generators that you can kill in one hit if you get it lined up right. With one use of Continental Assault, that is. Guys, of course. I also learned that I do believe, so I've been messing around with like trying to abuse the like enemy limit. Only so many enemies can be spawned in a certain area at a time, And there are ways to kind of abuse that to get the enemies to not attack you during standing stones, but it takes so long to set up that it's kind of slow. But in doing that, I feel that I've learned there's a lot of weird quirks with enemy spawning. So like, we've noticed before that like if you travel to a different area, a lot of times it might start despawning old enemies to let new enemies spawn in. Oh my god, what is this RNG? He's just not doing anything. And I got hit against collision on this side of the stairs.
Red elf is about to die.
I think burst is gonna kill, so.
Red elf is born anew.
Yeah, there can only be so many enemies, like, within your vicinity. And so, like, for instance, on Standing Stones, if you run around a little bit and get it to spawn a bunch of enemies, and then run away from the stones somewhere else, not too far, but far enough, die and respawn, enemies can only, like, leash. Oh my goodness, I'm getting stuck on. Oh, I missed a level. The strat you're doing here with Groot happened to me. Yeah, it's some good stuff. I love when that goes well. Sometimes I go into Groot and he's just spamming the slam away and then the suck back in move like over and over. It's very annoying. All right, I'm gonna focus here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit more. Okay, that should be good. But yeah, enemies have to be within a certain like range of you in order to like get aggroed and come over to you. And so because you died and respawned, you basically teleported away and the enemies just won't come back to you. But there's too many spawned for the game to want to spawn more. But what I found is in some instances, oh, you got the, I see perfect golem feels so good. Grab this. This was a little slow on this section, but that's okay. What I found is, like, sometimes I would do that. I was practicing that strat to see how fast it would be. And sometimes, like, one enemy would still be aggroed on me. And so sometimes I was like, let me just ignore that guy and keep pushing the stones. But I was like, well, it's one dog. I don't like the dogs. They attack a little bit more often and they do a lot of damage. Let me kill him and hope, like, a warrior spawns. I would kill him. And then, after having killed an enemy, it would start despawning the stuck enemies and spawning new ones. But if I didn't kill anyone, it wouldn't do that. And so, there's definitely something weird with, like, enemy spawns and behavior with, like, when it decides to start despawning and spawning new enemies.
Red elf is about to die.
Also, if you've reached that, like, spawn limit, these sorcerers throw the skulls that are supposed to turn into these like scorpions, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't spawn anything. I should have picked that cheese up and just like went with the mana and health that I have, but this is gonna be a slow Standing Stones. I really don't like taking a death before at least getting this rock push, but like honestly at all on the first section.
Red elf has died. Red elf is born anew.
Should go into the summoner, but that's okay. Just pushing. But yeah, it's almost like the like code for the enemies, like the AI, can sometimes get in this mildly stuck state where it should be making like some kind of decision on what to do, but it's not doing that, and doing certain things will kind of jostle it back into place. So like even when I was doing that Standing Stones there, I was just pushing the rock and like half the enemies were just standing over by the other spawner, not walking up to me. And then as soon as I killed one of the enemies, they were like, oh yeah, we're supposed to go do that. We're supposed to go do stuff here. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty slow standing stones, unfortunately, I think. We might lose some of our time save.
Red elf needs food.
I'm going to kill these 2 spawners just because they're more inconvenient than others. Yeah, I hate this. I tried for hours today to find something else we can do. And I couldn't. Nothing is quite, like, even though this is risky and oftentimes can lead to time loss, it's just, it averages out so much better than other strats that, like, currently I can't, like, stomach giving it up because time save is just too good.
Red elf is about to die.
This is a pretty scuffed standing stones, but
is born anew.
is what it is. It just seems to be like this. It's so unfortunate, but it kind of is just like the story of Seven Sorrows right now is like the quality of a run is so largely dependent on standing stones and dungeon deeps not glitching out. Like, standing stones enemies need to play nice. The dungeon deeps gate needs to open.
Red elf is about to die.
And if those 2 things line up, you get a pretty good run. 7 stones. Anything, but we might be able to make par with our old standing stones. Oh, not if we die.
Red elf has died.
Whatever, at least I can burst now and get this over with. It's a shame though, because this is why I'm trying to make this push for a better time, is this is what happened on my 55. I lost a bunch of time because I forgot to buy abilities. Then I saved time on Ancient Forest, but then I lost time on Standing Stones. So, like, being even or even just a little bit up after standing just means, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels netted me almost nothing. When they could be netting, like, I could be up, like, 20 right now if everything went well. Because, like, Ancient Forest did not go well. Shipbuilder was a little rough, and Plague Town was slow. City Under Siege was a little slow, but that's okay too. Like, that's like, it could have been a lot better. I don't know if that's speedrunning, I guess. I'm really wishing and hoping and praying we find some consistency on Standing Stones. Very frustrating. And it's so frustrating too, because I'll sit and do Standing Stones practice for like an hour or two, and every run just goes like pretty okay. Like, I'll have rough runs, but they're all like pretty, like, what was Ancient Forest was 1727 to a 2346. That was 6 minutes and 6 minutes and 19 seconds or something. I rarely get that slow of a Standing Stones in practice. In practice, it's almost always like in the 5-minute range, and a lot of my practice runs are like 5 minutes 30 seconds. And so that's where I look at my runs and I'm like, oh, there's just so much time to save on Standing Stones. Why not do another run? It's because that level just never goes well in a run. I think I got them all. Maybe there's one to the left here then. Ready to split just in case. Saved a little bit of time there. I don't know. sub 55 is just, it's right there. A good standing stones, carried through the rest of the run with reasonable, like, little time saves in there. Yeah. Yep, see, I was thinking there might be one too, but I guess not. It might have been one of the regular, like, mage guys that just shoot fireballs, not one of the actual summoners. I forgot to jump. Whatever. I sometimes make that mistake. I'm looking at one of the regular mage guys thinking it's one of the summoners. Oops. This level I also would love to find more consistency on. The end of Imperial City is always such a toss-up for me. I don't know how other people feel about that one. You gotta destroy like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 generators, I think, at the end. And it's never really goes the same. Please don't attack me. Alright. Oops. That's slow on my... Okay, that's fine. I was a little slow. I was like really slow, but I want to save my mana for that next potion. Just because it's riskier. Also just begs the... Oh god, I got shield bashed. It makes me wonder too, like, if I should just use Falcon Pack for all 4 of those generators. Save my mana for this part so I don't have to die for my mana back, to get my mana back.
Red elf needs food.
But it's also, I don't know how good the odds are on not dying here. Please.
Red elf is about to die.
Can I survive long enough? At least get this one. Maybe I'll just Falcon Pack these 2 and we'll be done. So many enemies. I also think that, like, yeah, see, we lost all of our time just because Imperial Palace went so poorly, or Imperial City. I also think that if an enemy is blocking, like, if you hit enemies with Continental Assault that are, like, behind you while you're trying to destroy a generator, you don't get as much damage. I also think if the enemy's blocking, it reduces it by more. Like, he soaks up more of the hits. Because every time there's someone blocking behind me, I end up doing, like, no damage at all. This one's a little chopped. I'll probably finish it out though, just because there's some clear rust to get rid of. Levels like Imperial City are not ones that, like, I've had in my rotation for practicing levels. That's gonna make this section really annoying.
Red elf is about to die.
I have no mana, no health, and dying here like loses a lot of time. I think I'm going to though. Let's get the cheese. Nope, I'm dead.
Red elf has
This runs over. This runs so over. I should have taken the death earlier or tried to get the level up, but you get what you get, I guess. We're already 30 minutes in. I'll do this as a no reset, and then next run probably be a little bit more strict about trying to get things to go right. Oh, please, please, please. Yeah, we're probably behind by like 10, 20 seconds, is my guess. Yeah.
To die. Red elf has died. Red elf is born anew.
I don't know why I thought I was going to be able to run out of the way of that. Please keep shooting.
Red elf needs food badly. Red elf is about to die.
Yeah, you can Falcon Pack them. I think it's definitely going to take... Oh, please don't kill me before I get the spawn point. It's definitely going to take a run or two before I, like, cement in my brain Falcon Pack usage. I barely got that spawn point. So if I play this a little smarter, I won't have to take quite as many deaths. I feel Falcon Pack's probably good for those guys, those statues.
Red elf needs food. Red elf is about to die. Red elf is born anew.
I mean, Continental Assault probably rips through them a little faster, but like, once you're out of mana, I usually would mash A because I usually, like, especially when I had lunge, just mashing A would hit more statues on average than lunge. Poggers. Yeah. We'll see. I don't think we're beating the 36-33. I don't think we're gonna, but it was a... I'm just glad, yeah, it was just good that we got that gate still, because we almost didn't. Oh, boy, he's being aggressive. Unfortunately, I'm running against one of my best RNG, like, pulls on Grand Magistrate ever. My 55, he did like all fireballs, so I could just stand there and hit him. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. It's just pushing the statue takes like a full 20 seconds, so. Yeah, this cutscene's crazy too.
Death has appeared.
How long does this statue take? Started just after 24. 10 seconds. It's like 15 seconds to get past the statue and finish the level. Okay, we don't need to do the third flip. And I should, that one didn't, but I should be standing in between as best I can. Falcon Pact is nice to have for this room, I would say, too. Get myself set up first. This shield bash is brutal. Way too much health. Where's the trap? Comes up right there. Yeah, not the best.
Red elf needs food. Red elf is about to die.
We're looking at a 56 now. Very unfortunate. I don't remember how Dungeon Deeps went on PB, but I think I messed up a Death Warp, I'm pretty sure, on PB, so probably some time saved to get here. Probably a big chunk of it, actually. We'll see. I think my troll went really well in my 55, though, so there's a lot of opportunities to just lose tons of time here. If the gate doesn't open, if the troll doesn't play nice.
Death has appeared.
Okay, Death got stuck, it looks like, so for this one.
Red
This guy to hit me as much as I can.
badly.
This guy
Red
too.
elf is about to die. Red elf has died. Red elf is born.
Hello, Death. He was too busy drinking his beer. Alright. And he got stuck again. We're just gonna do this the slow way. He got stuck between two guys and a generator, which is the silliest thing.
Red elf needs food badly. Red elf is about to die. Red elf has died. Red elf is born anew.
Okay. We just have to hope.
Red elf
Okay.
needs food.
Getting shield bashed and killed immediately. Hey, this is a good start.
Red elf is born anew.
Is he dead? Both dead. It opened. Hey, at least we didn't get that glitch. That is something. The death is a little unfortunate, but I guess it's fine. Oops. Maybe I should close that. Oh, pretty good. This section is so pointless. A little bit in the middle. You just run right through. Nothing happens in between. Hardly anything to even pick up, even if you wanted to. Okay. That's a little unlucky with the fire, but it's fine. We're going into a boss fight anyways. Alright, 45-24. If we want to PB, we got to save the time here. I really don't think we have much time save on the other levels left, so...
Red elf is about to die.
Pretty aggressive so far, but
Red elf has
Nothing.
died. Red elf.
nothing but what you'd expect.
Red elf. Red elf is about to die. Red elf. Red elf is born anew.
Please roar. Please roar. Okay, now roar. Nope, stand me back.
Needs food badly. Red elf is about to die. Red elf
About as bad as it gets.
is born anew.
Probably save some time though, just because of how horrible Dungeon Deeps was on the 55. So might be a little ahead. We'll see in a couple seconds. So back in range to get ourselves another 55 at least, and maybe even find ourselves within a PB. These levels, there's not a ton of room for time save, and there's unfortunately room for time losses, so we'll see. can get a decent enough death warp here, I think, if the trolls don't, like, split up like crazy. So 33.
Red elf is
Hopefully
about to
die before 43. Okay, yeah, we did.
Red elf
So that saved
is
time.
born anew.
Worth it. I gotta be careful about my XP. Preferably want to avoid leveling up at the end of this level before my potential third death warp. Hit me. Okay, I really didn't want the shield bash, but it's okay. I feel like these enemies are a little better at killing you, so hopefully we get another good death warp. That's right. Something water in there. Oh, that was an incredible one.
About to die. Red elf is born anew.
Top left. Oh no, it's the bottom. I don't know. Death. Hopefully he doesn't get stuck.
Death has appeared.
Usually does. We shall see. I don't think we have death with us. I didn't take nearly as much damage as I usually do there, which is a little unfortunate. I might not be able to get another death warp. We'll see how I look if I get hit in my way in and how the trolls are looking, because trolls are harder to die from. They like to separate. They're kind of grouped. There's a big group to the right. I might be able to get this to work. Okay, 04.
Red elf leads. Red elf is about to die.
We want to move, but we don't want to manipulate them too far.
Red elf.
That probably saved like a second or two over walking, so I'll take it. Nice. Deep Fortress and then Caldera. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a PB. It's just like, you know, I get that that's just the way it is, but man, all this time save is just the last like 3 levels. It'd be real nice to carry over some of the early game time save, but I keep losing it in the middle. Like that Imperial City split is just so rough. Please, please. I don't know if I make this. Okay. What is that? So, a little slow. It's okay. Yeah, he despawns a lot. I don't know why. He seems to be a likely candidate for it. I just like a death warp after the first set of crystals could save a little time. I almost never go for it though, just because I almost never have the bomber guy, and even when I do, I have too much health. Like, his explosion won't end up killing me, and then I have to wait for, like he ends up killing some other, or, like, pushing away other enemies, and I have to wait for more to get to me, and it's just, like, difficult. Okay, pretty good and relatively normal deep fortress so far. Don't speak too soon. There we go. I'm losing a little time on my PB, but that's whatever, 3 seconds. Oh, that's right. Oh, gosh, there it is. Also, Blue, I think you're right about upgrades. Yeah, this level takes 3 minutes. I think you're right about upgrades. I think it just matters what the newest one you've picked up is. Because when you pick up an old one after picking up a newer one, like even if you've never picked up the old one, the text doesn't pop up, it doesn't say anything about a weapon upgrade. I think you just have to pick up the newest one. If you want the newest one. So like the armor upgrade for this portion's nice because having as much armor as possible on the final boss where we don't really want to die is good. Unfortunately, like the final... Actually, the final weapon upgrade I think is the Dungeon Deeps one, which Underworld Crossing and Deep Fortress don't really save a lot of time from weapon upgrades, I don't think. Maybe. But that's during the troll fight at the back of the room, you can pick up a weapon upgrade. I died. Where does that put me? That's fine. That's a small loss. I'm guessing we're gonna PB by like 5 to 10 seconds at best. I mean, I might be able to circumvent a death up here just from XP, but... I can't believe you didn't get bursted in the back. What the heck, dude? I think my 55 struggled on color as well. Yeah, I must have had a bad color. 55-17.